Thank you for participating in the Campus Security Authority training. If you have been instructed to participate in this training, your role at Murray State has been determined to meet the criteria of a Campus Security Authority, and your participation is required. The training consists of a short video explaining Murray State University's Campus Security Authority program. Following the video, you'll be required to answer a few short questions in the form of a quiz. So what is a Campus Security Authority? A Murray State University Campus Security Authority, or CSA, is a person who participates in the reporting of crime allegations made in good faith to the reporting structure established by the university. Incident reporting is needed to be in compliance with the reporting requirements of the Clery Act. The Jean Clery Disclosure of Campus Security Policy and Campus Crime Statistics Act, commonly known as the Clery Act, was a law intended to assist students and others in making informed decisions about attending or working at a particular university. It was enacted in 1990 following the 1986 rape and murder of Lehigh University student Jean Clery by a fellow student in her dorm room. The Clery Act establishes institutional compliance responsibilities including collecting, classifying, counting, and reporting crime and fire statistics in an annual report published by the institution, as well as to the Department of Education, providing timely crime warnings and emergency notifications, and disclosing missing student notification procedures and fire safety information related to on-campus student housing facilities. The Menger Life Safety Act is a Kentucky law similar to the Clery Act. It was named for Michael Menger, a Murray State University student who was killed in an arson fire on September 18, 1998. While the provisions of the Menger Act are similar to Clery regarding the notification of crimes and fires, it also establishes criminal and civil penalties for campus employees who violate the law. Members of the community often disclose crimes to people and offices on campus other than the police. For example, a student may tell an RA or other housing official about a sexual assault. An employee may report an incident to a supervisor or others. The university is required to process all of these allegations to be in compliance with Clery. CSAs are responsible to report allegations made in good faith to the reporting structure of the university. Who is a CSA? A CSA is an official of an institution who has significant responsibility for students and campus activities, including but not limited to student housing, student discipline, and campus judicial officials. According to the Department of Education, CSAs fall into one of four main categories: members of the University Police Department, individuals responsible for campus security, including individuals who provide security in campus parking lots, monitor access into a campus facility, act as event security, or escort students around campus after dark. Anyone designated by the institution to receive crime reports, such as the Equal Employment Opportunity Officer, and officials with significant responsibility for student and campus activities. Most CSAs fall into this last category. Examples of CSAs include, but are not limited to, student affairs staff, university housing staff, athletic coaches and trainers, Greek life coordinator, student activity coordinators, student conduct staff, and faculty or staff advisors to student organizations. The following are not considered CSAs: clerical or administrative staff, housekeeping staff, food service staff, faculty members with no student involvement outside the classroom, and counselors. A counselor may be exempt from Clery reporting requirements. However, the exemption is only for licensed professional mental health counselors and pastoral counselors who are working within the scope of their license or religious assignment at the time they receive the information about the crime. The university has an incident reporting structure in place, of which CSAs are a part. Briefly, the incident reporting process is as follows. The incident is disclosed to a CSA. The CSA determines the report is made in good faith and that the incident is reportable. The CSA immediately completes the online CSA report that is submitted directly to the Murray State Police. If the disclosure includes sexual assault, dating violence, domestic violence, or stalking, the CSA will provide the reporting party the victim's rights form provided after the online report has been submitted. The Murray State Police Department will receive the report and determine whether the incident is Clery reportable. During this process, the CSA who reported the incident may be contacted by a Murray State Police employee to gather further facts about the report. Some Clery reportable crimes also fall under the provisions of Title IX. A staff member within the Office of Institutional Diversity, Equity, and Access, or IDEA, serves as the Title IX coordinator. The staff members within IDEA, including the Title IX coordinator, are also campus security authorities. If a CSA completes a CSA report for a crime that involves sexual assault, coercion, harassment, or other forms of sexual discrimination, the Murray State Police will contact the Title IX coordinator to ensure that the CSA also reported the incident to that office. As a CSA, you are still obligated to report Title IX crimes to the Office of Institutional Diversity, Equity, and Access, even if you completed a CSA report. If you report a case of sexual assault, coercion, harassment, or other form of sexual discrimination to the Title IX coordinator, and that incident is also a Clery reportable crime, you must also complete a CSA report. You cannot resolve your duty to report under Clery and Minger by reporting to another CSA. It must be reported to the Murray State University Police. In all cases, the Police Department and the Office of Institutional Diversity, Equity, and Access will work together to ensure that both Clery and Title IX requirements are met. The primary responsibility of a CSA is to report allegations made in good faith to the reporting structure of the institution. A disclosure is considered to be in good faith when there is a reasonable basis for believing that the information is not simply rumor or hearsay. As outlined in the Annual Security and Fire Safety Report, the reporting structure at our institution is to the Murray State Police, in person, by phone, or online. The Murray State Police Station is located at the corner of 16th Street and Chestnut Street. The phone number to the Murray State Police is 270-809-2222 or 911 from any on-campus phone. The Murray State Police website has an online form for registered CSAs to report incidents. Just click on the Clery Minger Compliance menu and select the CSA Crime Report on the drop-down menu. To review, if you are a CSA, you should report all incidents to the Murray State Police that are reported to you. Just get the facts needed to complete the CSA report form. Law enforcement experts will do the analysis and investigation. In situations where the complainant requests confidentiality, express to them that the reporting is mostly confidential. This means that these conversations are kept as confidential as possible, but information about incidents of sexual misconduct must be shared with relevant administrators and the Title IX coordinator so that the university can take action if necessary for reasons of safety. So now that you're familiar with the fact that you have a reporting obligation, let's discuss the different crime categories and specific types of crimes that are Clery reportable. The Clery Act has 3 crime categories into which all Clery crimes fall. 1. Criminal offenses, which we will discuss momentarily. 2. Hate crimes. A hate crime is defined as a prejudice-motivated crime that occurs when a perpetrator targets a victim because of his or her perceived membership in a certain social group. The categories of such groups include race, religion, ethnicity, national origin, sexual orientation, disability, gender, and gender identity. The Violence Against Women Act, or VAWA, amends the Jean Clery Act and affords additional rights to campus victims of sexual violence, including sexual assault, dating violence, domestic violence, and stalking. The following is a list of crimes whose reporting is required by the Clery Act. Criminal offenses that include murder or non-negligent manslaughter, negligent manslaughter, rape, fondling, incest, statutory rape, robbery, aggravated assault, burglary, motor vehicle theft, and arson. Hate crimes include the previously mentioned crimes with the addition of simple assault, larceny or theft, intimidation, and destruction, damage, vandalism of property. VAWA crimes include sexual assault, dating violence, domestic violence, or stalking. For a Clery crime to be reportable, it must have occurred within the area that the Clery Act considers part of campus. This is known as the Clery geography and includes the following property types: on campus, including residence halls, on public property within or immediately adjacent to campus, and on certain non-campus property, which includes property owned or controlled by Murray State that is frequented by students and used for educational purposes, and property owned or controlled by a registered student group like fraternities and sororities. When deciding whether or not you are required to report a crime, remember that the crime must be one of the crimes listed in the Clery reportable crimes, and it must have occurred within the Clery reporting geography. Now that you understand the role of a CSA, it's important to know what a CSA does not do. A CSA does not determine whether a crime has occurred, investigate crimes, apprehend alleged perpetrators, discourage victims from reporting to law enforcement, report crimes not based on fact or sound evidence. So, you are approached by someone who reports to you that a crime has occurred in Murray State's Clery geography. In this situation, you have a duty to report that crime to the Murray State Police Department. What specific information do you need to report? At a minimum, provide University Police with all information to capture the relevant Clery statistics, such as the nature, date, time, and location of the incident. If the victim does not want to inform the University Police directly, let them know that you are required to report it, but need not disclose any personally identifiable information. When approached by the victim of a crime, there are some questions you must ask. Does the person need medical attention? Does the victim believe that they are still in danger? If the answer to either of those is yes, contact the Murray State Police immediately. Has the incident already been reported to police or another CSA? Does the victim wish to remain anonymous? Ask and answer all other questions listed on the CSA report form. As a CSA, you want to report any incidents meeting Clery requirements that are made in good faith. Just get the facts. Law enforcement experts will do the analysis and investigation. When in doubt, report it. Police would much rather you report a non-Clery crime than to have a crime go unreported. Report incidents immediately after being notified. The university must meet its requirements for emergency notification and timely warning. Assure the reporting party that the university will respect any request to remain confidential to the greatest extent possible, and inform the victim that a timely warning notice may be required to go out, but that it will contain no personally identifiable information. Additional resources are available at the Murray State Police website. For further information about CSAs, visit the Murray State Police website, email the Murray State Police, or call and ask to speak to the Clery Compliance Coordinator. You have completed the CSA training course. You may now take the quiz.